So this should be fun. Like, right before I decided to start streaming, I drove onto a fucking mine. Probably lost my entire goddamn mini bike, and I'm gonna have to fucking run all the way back from this. Well, I mean, my mini bike thing is still there. I'm probably gonna have to repair it, like, drastically right now. We got a treasure map that I might go grab too afterwards. But my house, my base is right over there. My trader, this is the trader that spawned with me, that started off like in the quest line thing, is so fucking far away from me. Like, I'll show you where my two traders are. So I got the asshole all the way over here, who I just died because of while I was leaving. Driving perfectly fine, ran over a fucking mine. Never done that before. That was the first time I've ever done that. I've got this asshole all the way up here. My traders are so far away from me. Like, it sucks. I have like so many cities and all this crap. My traders, however, are just so far away from me, so I can never, like, going to them is a chore, and I hate that. But welcome to the 7 Days to Die moat building and possible zombie survival thing. Currently my zombies are off because I've been using this as kind of a testing type thing to see how long it will take to build a nice reinforced moat. And without the auger, it's taken me quite some time. I got my auger around day 35-ish, and I'm on day 30 or 59, and I'm still pretty far away from having my moat finished. So it kind of gives me that retrospective of find the auger as fast as fucking possible when me and Dalton go to build our moat, or we're fucked. God damn it. I was getting really high on my food too. Like, I have a good amount of stuff on me. Like, so it's gonna take me a few minutes to get my shit together because I gotta actually put stuff certain places. I'm freezing right now, which sucks. I can't do much about it. I have no armor on me. So, you know, that's fantastic. Oh, it's such a far fucking... I need to get more clay, too. I keep forgetting about this. Oh, no, wait. I still have clay. What am I saying? Ooh, what's in this purse? Or sports bag? I don't like fucking sawed-offs in this game. They suck. I really only ever use, when I use a shotgun, I use the long barrels. You know, I might as well... I don't want to run through there, because I don't want to die again. I'm really nervous now that I'm going to die every time I run through this place. I gotta do it, though. I've, like... It's probably stupid to go through here, seeing as how I just ran over a mine a few minutes ago. But I kind of want to go through this so I can cut my journey a bit. So I don't want the first, like, hour of this just to be me getting back to my crap. So I'm just gonna slowly walk and try to look. Aha, see? And that's why you be careful in this area. How much further do I still have to go so far? I'm not even to the fucking treasure yet. I'm not even close to the treasure. Don't trust that bird's nest. There's another one. Why are there so many mines out here? Like, if I had zombies on right now, if I wasn't just doing this by myself, like single player off, or on peaceful, I guess is the best way to describe it, most of these mines would probably be blown up, but like, I'm not, so anytime a mine blows up, it's because I'm an idiot and drive over it or run over it. I was doing some trading a few weeks ago, or a few days ago in game. Well, a few weeks ago in game, a few days ago in real life. And I ran into a fucking mine, like, right next to where I was at, outside the traders, because I had to wait for them to reopen. So I was just going around collecting supplies, ran into a fucking candy tin mine, didn't even notice it. Well, I noticed it. Excuse me. Thought it was an actual candy tin just on the ground. Went to go pick it up and it got blown up, completely forgetting that you can make mines out of those. Also, who the fuck placed all these mines? It's not like there's anybody else alive besides me and traders and the dude who drops the fucking airdrops, but he never comes down here unless he's just casually dropping mines out of his plane or some shit. I want some... this game's got some explaining to do about where these mines all come from. I'm so nervous right now that I'm gonna die. Like, that's the shitty thing. You know you have no zombies on, and yet you're still worried that you're gonna die when going through this area. This is why I don't go to this trader a lot, but I was on my way back from searching for gas for my auger, and I casually, oh, I might take that. I casually realized that this guy was like on my way back, so I was like, fuck, I might as well just go to him and go and get it done with what he's got and use it. And neither of those is good for is something I want. I don't use the head armor. Literally my head armor is the mining helmet, because I use it as my way of light, so I don't have to use a flashlight or a gun for light, you know. I might not even come get this treasure, because this isn't gonna be in like the worst fucking area in the world. I hate coming to this place. Let's see what the sports bag's got. It might have, ooh, water. I can drink that really quick. Get my thirst back up. Okay, very carefully now. I don't like picking things up when I have a bag to go get, because in case I die again, I have to, like, it's gonna take me a lot more time to go find the first one. I'm like almost right on this treasure. Okay, so it's around this area. So, I don't trust this area. Like, even without zombies, this area is creepy as fuck. Alright, let's keep on moving. But this can kind of serve as a little bit of a prequel to the series me and Dalton are going to be doing in the next in a few weeks. As I'm planning, the reason I'm doing the Moat, and the reason I'm doing it, fuck painkillers, the reason I'm doing it on single player and with zombies off, is because I wanted to kind of do a test to see, hey, what's up? I kind of wanted to do a test of how difficult it was gonna be to do a moat and make it properly defended and supported. Dalton's like one of my best friends. He's been on the channel a few times. He's probably the only person I collab with on this channel. Okay, about halfway there. It sucks dying in this game. I think it's one of the things I'm gonna work on in me and Dalton's let's play of this is multiple mini bikes. Then there's the issue of you take a mini bike to go get your crap and your other mini bike, and you have to leave a mini bike there. Well, I guess you don't really have to. You could literally, as long as your inventory's not too full, you could literally just grab the other mini bike and bring it back and rebuild it, which probably wouldn't be a bad idea. So I don't know. But multiple mini bikes would be a nice thing, so you don't have to walk ever again. Because I hate walking this game. It takes forever, especially through the wasteland area, because it's a fucking pain in the ass. You can't really run. So if you run, there's a good chance you're stepping on a mine. I do. Oh, that was creepy. Thought I just saw a fucking mine over there. I was really nervous. Okay, I'm about... It's getting closer and closer, which is good. I'm still scared I'm gonna step on another mine and have to fucking make the journey all the way back. If this trader wasn't so far, it wouldn't be a problem, but he's got to be a fucking dickhead and be all the way out here. Who would set up in this area? Like, seriously, this is the worst area to set up. Like, I get the traders don't ever leave their place because they're scaredy cats, but still, like, who would just take the risk of coming to the giant fucking mine-filled, dog-filled fucking area to set up a shop? Like, why? Why would you ever do that? Alright, we're just about like a quarter. Oh my god, this is such a far fucking walk. I don't want to run because I don't want to step on a mine. I'm scared shitless that I'm going to step on a mine and die, and it's going to suck, and I'm going to fucking make this journey again. It does, in this area, it always, that's what it reminds me of. I tried to put my finger on this when I first started playing this game. Like, this area reminded me of something, because one of my bases on my original first time playing through this, like, was really creepy, and it was in this area, and I couldn't figure out what it reminded me of. It reminds me of Slender Man because of the creepy undertones and shit. I never realized that. I fell in this. Wait, is this the one I fell in? No, this isn't the one I fell in. I fell in one of these with my mini bike and had to fucking rebuild my mini bike and had to take all the shit out. It was a pain in the ass. Water is a bitch with the mini bikes in this game. Okay, just about to my stuff, which is good. Means I'll get my armor back. Means I'll get my fucking mini bike back. Means I can slowly make my way back to my base and go start building. All right, we're gonna walk. Because being this close, I'd rather not get blown up again. Alright, I'm just about there. Come on. I'm so nervous that like literally as I'm so nervous that as I get there, I'm gonna as I'm trying to say, I'm so nervous that as I get there, I'm gonna get like blown up. There's a hubcap mine right fucking there. Okay, I'm gonna take it nice and slow now. I love how the only thing the mines do is like destroy the fuck out of you. They don't like blow a hole in the ground or anything. Nope, just utterly fucking destroy you. Alright, let's put you on, put you on, put you on, put you on. Fucking restart making my goddamn gas barrel. What is that? Oh, that's my gloves. I need to put those on too. Alright. There we go. Oh, I forgot to put my helmet on. Alright, I gotta organize my fucking inventory really quick. Because that death just screwed my inventory so bad. Oh, put my glasses back on. I'll put you there. We need you down there. I think that's actually not a bad way of doing my inventory. I was scrapping... What else was I scrapping before I died? I was scrapping that. I think I've got everything now. I was almost done making the gas barrel too, is what pisses me off the most. Like, I literally had to wait, like, I don't know, maybe like 4 more seconds before I died. And I had my gas barrel done, and I died. It was such a bitch. Alright. Slowly gonna go through this now. Did you see, speaking of Pachidi Club and BX, did you see Pachidi without his eyebrows and his hair? He looks so fucking creepy. Alright, I'm gonna see how well this does now. Oh god, 2 fucking hits, that's awesome. Oh, I'm gonna love this. This way if my auger breaks, or not breaks, runs out of gas and I don't feel like going to get more, I at least have a fucking decent pickaxe. Chris Benoit. Why do I feel like it's another one of your profiles, Carlos? Would I be right in assuming that? Oh, shit, I'm not close enough. We're just about done. Sweet. I was right. No. I hope, I know it's a big hope, but I really hope that WWE decides that they're gonna honor Chris Benoit and finally give him his fucking, can I actually toggle that on active? Oh sweet, I can toggle it so I have no Chris. I really hope they decide to give him his rightful place in the Hall of Fame. It's not really, the thing is, you know, it showed that they acknowledge why he, like, what he did and why he did it. You know, like, they don't have to acknowledge what he did, but they need to acknowledge that he was a fantastic in-ring performer. And I hate the fact that everyone talks about, oh, but all he's gonna be remembered for is that. It's like, no, true wrestling fans remember him for how fucking fantastic he was in the goddamn ring. And we know he's the 2000, he is the 2000s version of Daniel Bryan. They're both they both did the flying headbutt, and I thought that was fantastic. But like, I hate how everyone's always like, oh, but he's only gonna be remembered for what he did and not his wrestling. I'm like, no, people never shut up about what he did, and that's why everyone only thinks of that when they think of him. When I think of Chris Benoit, I think of the man who lovingly embraced Eddie Guerrero after they both won titles at WrestleMania. I think of I think of the man who cried the night after the Raw after Eddie died. I think of the man who did a fantastic job in ring, took some bad bumps, got a few concussions, got addicted to painkillers and shit, and ended up hurting his family because of the business he loved and doing what he loved. And I always hate the fact that people never really look at it that way. It's like, dude, you got to look at this not from the perspective of a person, but from the perspective of someone who loves wrestling. Like, you can be both. You're obviously both, but like, you got to look at it as more of, he was a fantastic wrestler. Exactly. He beat some fantastic wrestlers at the same time. Like, everyone's always talking about how Chris Jericho beat The Rock and Stone Cold at the same time, and by everyone I mean literally just Chris Jericho. But Chris Benoit did fantastic against HBK and Triple H, a match that going into it, no one thought he was going to win. I can tell you that much right now. I didn't think he was going to win that match because he was going against HBK and Triple H at the same damn time. If it was just HBK or if it was just Triple H, maybe he'd have the chance of winning, you know. But no, he did the impossible. And in a triple threat match with two of the best friends of all time, he won. And it was fantastic. It is one of my favorite WrestleMania matches of all time, actually. I'm actually doing a list on that. I'm doing a list. But I plan on doing my top 10 WrestleMania matches of all time as a list on around WrestleMania weekend. I thought about doing one for Royal Rumble, but I kind of didn't want to. Mainly because I don't have enough time to do that now. It's getting really close, and I don't have time to go through and try to figure out what my favorite Royal Rumble matches are. Obviously, the first one with Hacksaw Jim Duggan winning is one of my favorites, but you know, it's gonna. I'm looking forward to this year's and seeing what happens. Mostly looking forward to watching Shinsuke win. Oh. Shit. Okay, I think I got a bit turned around there. I did. You go this way. Undertaker is still the best. I don't think it was the best. It is the best. Following rumor mills right now, it seems like he's coming back for WrestleMania. He's going to be back for Raw 25, which most likely means him and Roman are kind of going to reignite their feud. Possibly. I'm guessing what's going to happen at Raw 25 is this. And I'm gonna take a big shot in the dark with this one and say I'm probably not gonna get it right, but if I do, that'd be kind of cool, because a lot of people are rumoring that his last match is gonna be against Roman again, with him going over this time instead of Roman. If you look at any time two people have met for a second match, they've done fantastically. HBK and Undertaker, HBK and Bret Hart, Stone Cold and Mr. McMahon, even though Mr. McMahon is a pretty garbage wrestler most of the time. Triple H and Undertaker and Brock Lesnar, you know, all these times the second match and the third match in the case of Triple H were always fantastic, and seeing Roman versus Undertaker a second year in a row would be fantastic in its own right. The fact of the matter is it'd be so cool to watch Undertaker go out who'll go out in a fantastic way for his own career, go in and win. Oh my god. Carlos, your freaking other, oh my god, man, your other things are so weird. But I think Undertaker going out over Roman Reigns this time would be fantastic. There's also rumors of Shawn Michaels being his final opponent, which I'd fucking love. A third match in that would be fantastic. It's both of their last matches ever, it'd be awesome. There's a lot of talk about him facing AJ Styles and a bunch of other people. And there's a lot of people I would really enjoy him facing, but if it was Roman, I feel like they could set up very nicely with Raw 25. Obviously, over the last few months, over the last almost year, probably 9 so months, all we've heard is Roman Reigns shit talking how he ended the Undertaker's career. I think the best way for it to go would be The Undertaker coming out during the Miz versus Roman, and a lot of people are thinking this is how it's gonna. I don't think anybody's thinking this is how it's gonna happen. This is just how I think it's gonna happen. Undertaker comes out during Miz vs. Roman for the championship, costs Roman the match, and then after costing him the match, says, "You really thought you retired me, haha, little boy," or some shit along those lines, and then basically calls him out for a rematch at WrestleMania, and then rematch comes, and Undertaker wins. I'd hate the fact... I like Roman as... The thing is, I like Roman as champion. You know, I like him as the Intercontinental Champion. It's a very, very, in my opinion, cool thing that they did. But having Roman lose it because of the Undertaker, I think, would be the best way to set it up if they wanted to do the rematch. Which it's seeming like a lot of people want that rematch. Although, to be honest, I'm more pulling for the AJ versus Undertaker or Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. Those are kind of the ones I'm more on board with. For obviously John Cena is up there too. Again, Cultaholic just made a massive video on this, and it honestly, a lot of the picks were top notch, and I loved them. So I think their picks were fantastic. But continuing on, you know, Roman versus Undertaker 2. First off, we didn't think Roman was going to win the first time, although it was most likely going to happen that way, even with a lot of people most likely ending up hating it, which, again, they did, but it got Roman a lot of heel heat, which I think was the best way to do it. But seeing Undertaker come out and go out victorious would be fantastic. There's also a lot of talk about Kane being his final opponent, which I also am very heavily favoring, because Kane versus Undertaker, the finale, you know, the final match, brother versus brother thing, would be a really nice setup for it. I don't think they're going to do it, though, mainly because of the fact that not a lot of people apparently like Kane in the main event scene right now. Yeah, I think he's more of a tweener. I've always thought he's more of a tweener, you know. I mean, now I think he's more of a tweener, obviously, because, you know, it seems like WWE doesn't know what to do with him. I hate saying that, because I'd love for them to know what they're doing with everybody before they fucking start doing like big things with them. But it seems like a majority of the way they do not know what the fuck they're doing with Roman Reigns at this point. So it seems like they're trying to have him be a tweener. You know, when it comes to facing a face, he's more heelish, and when it comes to facing a heel, he's obviously very face-ish. God, I can't fucking speak today. I'm doing a lot of talking, if you haven't noticed. I gotta put a lot of shit away. But, you know, I think it'd be a cool thing if Roman and The Undertaker did have another match. There's also a lot of talk about it being Lesnar, because of where WrestleMania is going to be. It's going to be in the same building where Lesnar ended the streak originally. I don't know how I feel about that option. You know, the first few matches they did were pretty fantastic. I won't lie about that. How much of this do I want to make? 2,500. You know, the first matches they did were fucking fantastic, and I don't think anyone can deny that. You know, Lesnar and Undertaker are fantastic against each other in the ring. But the thing is, it has to be, if they do that and they don't have Taker win, I'm gonna be thoroughly disappointed, because the best way to do that would be with Taker winning. You know, he redeems himself after losing their what would that be now? Shit, I don't remember what WrestleMania that was. But you know, it'd be a cool way, in my opinion, of them setting it up. You know, he finally conquers the Beast, and is able to win that match, and I think that'd be awesome. It'd be a fantastic way to send him back in New Orleans, and, you know, 30. Thank you. I don't know why, but it slipped my mind. I was like, what fucking WrestleMania was that again? But again, I'd say go watch Cultaholic's video on it. They made fantastic predictions, and I agree wholeheartedly with most of them. A lot of them seem like they'd be good picks, especially since this will most likely be Taker's last match. I'm gonna quickly turn my audio down, because this thing is loud as fuck, and I don't want to kill anyone's ears. There we go. So yeah, I'm probably gonna kill my own ears right here, actually. So yeah, I like a lot of the choices they made on that. There's a lot of talk about him. In a way, what culture does still exist? Yeah, they've lost most of the good people though. They lost Ben. They lost. I think Jules is still with them. I think Simon's still with them. But you know, they've lost so many people already that I feel like at this point they should just, what culture should just go bye-bye. But I definitely say go watch Cultaholic's video, the new page for Adam and King Ross and Sam and Jack. Because honestly, in my opinion, they did a fantastic predictions video for this. A lot of talk of it is AJ beating Brock for the championship, or Undertaker beating Brock for the championship, or AJ for the championship, which I think would be kind of cool. Have him go out with the championship. But on to what I think is going to happen at Raw 25. You know, Undertaker comes out, challenges Roman after costing him the match, and they have a nice blow-off match at WrestleMania. I think that'd be a really cool way to set up. It doesn't have as much appeal as a lot of the rest of the matches that Cultaholic decided on talking about, but I definitely feel like the story's there. But you know, I feel like it's one of those things. And on to the Royal Rumble. Daniel Bryan has some pretty good odds apparently of winning that. A lot of people, apparently it was pitched by WWE Creative that Bryan goes out and wins the Rumble and goes on to WrestleMania. While I think that'd be kind of cool, first off, I think it would, because I believe WrestleMania 30 is also where he ended up winning both belts. You know, so I think it'd be kind of cool if he did come back. I don't think he's going to. Triple H doesn't want it because the doctors at WWE still haven't cleared him. But I feel like it'd be a really cool way of showing that Daniel Bryan is a fantastic in-ring performer. On to Mick Foley, because I saw you mention Mick Foley earlier. I meant to talk about him. One of, in my opinion, the greatest. I will talk about that in a minute. I'm still at the point of trying to talk about Mick Foley. Mick Foley, one of the greatest in-ring performers in history, in my opinion. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I think he's underutilized. He was underutilized a lot during his career, and then he obviously won the belt as Mankind, and I thought that was a very, very big push for him, you know, and I thought that was awesome. So I think with Mankind, or with Mick Foley, first off, they need to add him to the games, like as himself, not just Mankind, Dude Love, and Cactus, and two versions of Cactus Jack. They need to actually have just Mick Foley himself in the game in some way or another. Jimmy Uso single run. I'm assuming this probably has something to do with Jey Uso getting the DWI recently, and a lot of people predicting that Royal Rumble is going to be when they lose the belt, which is probably a very good assumption. There's a very good chance they're going to lose them. I don't know. Here's the thing. If he does it, I feel like it's mostly going to be for US/Intercontinental. Again, they could probably be playing the draft sometime soon again. So if they do, I'm sure that maybe the titles will switch again. But I feel like if they do it, it'd be probably for a mid-card title. I don't think they're gonna look at them as the same as like Roman and The Rock and stuff and Rikishi as being top tier talent, and I think they are. I think Jimmy Uso could be a fantastic WWE champion or Universal champion even. I mean, I would assume that. I mean, when I was there, you know, again, going back to that, I was talking about that with my uncle because that was one of the top 100 Raw moments, was Mick Foley winning the championship. My uncle and we were talking about it because WCW commentators said, oh, spoiler alert, Mick Foley's winning the championship tonight on Raw. And it backfired completely and everyone went to Raw. And then we talked about that. I was like, well, if you were watching WCW and they said Mankind was about to win the championship, you gotta keep watching WCW or you gotta switch to fucking Raw and watch Mankind win the championship. And we both agreed that you switching to Raw and watching fucking him win the championship. And I would have loved to be alive in that moment to originally see Mankind win the belt. I think that would have been a fantastic thing to watch live, and I would have fucking loved it. But continuing on with Jimmy Uso, I feel like they definitely have the star potential to make it to I feel like him as well as Jay both have the star potential to make it to the World Championship. I just feel like WWE's never going to give them that push to bring them up to that. I think mainly because they're seen as, they are very good as a tag team. I love them as a tag team. They're one of my favorites. You know, I think the last, I don't know, I think like the last 3 or 4 pay-per-views that they've had a match for the championships, I've predicted them as winning, because I do love them so much. They're one of the best tag teams, in my opinion, one of the best tag teams in the WWE right now, and in the world of wrestling in general. And I think them, as if they ever had to go their separate ways, you know, they're not like Dash and Dawson where they're really best as a tag team. I feel like they'd be fantastic if they were in the lines of a singles run, if one of them got very badly injured and they needed to kind of have a break from them. I'll get onto that in a minute. I wouldn't want it to go in the way of the Hardy Boys, though, because again, everyone knows Jeff as like he's the better brother and stuff like that. I've never looked at it that way. I've always looked at it as they're equals, and they're both fantastic wrestlers in their own right, but Jeff just got the bigger push, and I would hate to see that happen with the Usos if one of them went down with a pretty bad injury and the other got a singles push. On to Mojo Rawley. He was in the U.S. title thing, which I thought was kind of cool. I would have loved it more if Zack Ryder would have won their match and gone on to win the championship. But I think Bobby Roode getting it is probably the best way, because again, it seems like what they're planning on doing is having Dolph Ziggler come back sometime soon and say, I'm the real United States champion, you're just a phony in my place. And, you know, have them do kind of a unification type thing like they did with the world titles a few years back. I think that would be a kind of cool thing, especially because it means Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode in a feud for a championship, which I would love, as long as Dolph Ziggler comes out on top. And at some point down the line, Dolph Ziggler ends up getting the belt. Or not Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder. I think Zack Ryder was a fantastic Intercontinental Champion. I feel like he'd be a fantastic U.S. Champion. He was kind of my overall prediction for it, even though I kind of knew Bobby Roode was winning that no matter what. I think it would have been fantastic. But it seems like with Mojo, you know, I think it would have been fantastic if Zack would have won. Seems like with Mojo, they don't know what to do with him. And I hate saying that about any superstar, because it sucks so bad when you see that happen to a superstar, you know? But I feel like that's what they're doing with him, because, again, they had the feud with him and Zack, which he came out on top of, and they continued it going, and, you know, it got to the point where it's like, you know, they continue with this. It's like, you guys should have just ended that and had Mojo go do his own thing. But no, you bring him in this. And same with Jinder Mahal. They had him end his, you know, he lost his championship, decided to go for the U.S. It's like, why? What's the point? You know they're not going to give it to you. And continuing on with crappy feuds from tag teams, well, I can't really say Enzo and Cass or DIY, because Tommaso are both injured. Actually, I think Tommaso's cleared, but he just hasn't been back. I think they're waiting till TakeOver. Pretty sure Tommaso's going to show up and jump and jump Johnny, and that's actually me in my predictions video when it comes out. But I think with Big Cass, it's just like he got injured at the worst moment possible. You know, he's been injured. Fuck, didn't he get injured like? It wasn't Christmas of 2016. That would have been no, it wasn't Christmas 2016. He got injured a while ago though. So he's been gone for a while, which I don't really mind because I kind of hate Big Cass on his own. And same with Mojo Rawley. They both suck on their own. Like, I think everyone started to realize that Big Cass by himself sucks, and Mojo Rawley, well, I mean, he kind of sucked when he was in the tag team too. He was bland and boring in my opinion. And you got Adam Pacitti fucking pining for his dick, which is very odd. But I feel like Mojo just lost all the momentum. Like, he beat Zack, but just went nowhere after that, you know? Like, he came in for the U.S. Championship tournament, ended up losing that to Bobby Roode, which was the right choice, and then Bobby Roode ended up being Jinder Mahal. I really don't want them to give up on Big Cass. I mean, it seems like they're trying to bring Ziggler back into some stuff. You know, bring him back up into at least a title picture for United States. I mean, his Intercontinental last year wasn't very good. But I feel like they're at least trying to get something done with him. With Cass, I don't know, man. In my opinion, what would be best for Cass, since him and Enzo are both heels, is for him and Enzo to be a team again. And I know it sounds really stupid of an idea, and it is, don't get me wrong. But their best bet is give them a tag, go back to having them as a tag team, have Carmella finally do something with the Money in the Bank briefcase that she won fucking 6 months ago. Something like that. No, even longer than that. Fuck. You know, have her lose, because obviously she's going to lose. Or have her switch to Raw and go after Asuka with it, and again, still lose. But at least have her be on Raw, and then have her be part of Enzo and Cass. Not really just as in a valet role, she can still wrestle, but more of a valet role than she's, you know, with them. Because it'd be a fantastic idea, at least unless the rumors of her and Cass breaking up are true, which I can look that up really quick while shit's being made on this. I did hear that they split up, but when I first found out about it, it said it was rumored. So we'll see, I guess. Still on hiatus due to an injury. When the fuck did he... We're gonna see when he got injured, too. Personal life. Okay, yeah, he was dating. They did break up. Okay. Let's go look at when he got injured. Suffered an ACL injury. Underwent surgery back at around SummerSlam. So in around August, he got injured. So August, September, October, November, December, January. So he's missed 6 months. He's been out for 6 months already. That sucks. Same thing happened with, you know, Dash and Dawson. And the thing is, they used, when both of them got injured, you know, when one of them got injured, they were using the other on house shows in single matches. Like, why didn't you do that on the actual shows? Like, that's something I'd pay. I would love to watch Dash or Dawson wrestle in singles matches, because all I ever see them do is tag teams. And it gets boring, in my opinion. But I think the best option they have was with Cass is put him and Enzo back together. And then probably have him go for the IC Championship. That is, in my opinion, the best option. Or they can go watch Goran Perkins and bring out the Don Big Cass character like Goran Perkins did, which I thought was which I think is a fantastic character. I love the Revival, but I also hate the Revival. You know, like, their theme song is good, their moves are fantastic, but their attitudes, man, just, oh, it makes me want to punch them in the face. I mean, like, just FTR, man. Fuck the Revival. Just fuck the Revival. Oh god, I love saying that. I say that as many times as I can, just for fun. But yeah, I think in all honesty, what WWE needs to do at this point is when they bring back Big Cass, have him go on a massive singles run for the IC Championship or some shit along those lines. Going on to Ziggler, best bet for him. He comes back at Royal Rumble, and if my prediction is true, I'd fucking lose my shit. Which, if you haven't heard my prediction, which I don't know if you have, my prediction is Ziggler comes out to Cult of Personality. Everyone loses their shit thinking CM Punk's coming out. He runs out in full CM Punk gear, mind you. He's not fucking taking this down like to the normal route. He is in full goddamn CM Punk gear. You know, the wristbands, the shirt, the Best in the World shirt, and all that shit. And then he wrestles for a bit, about 4 or 5 more people come into the ring, and then you hear Cult of Personality start up again, and this time CM Punk comes out, and Ziggler just looks on like, fuck, I just screwed myself big time. And, I mean, everyone's predicting CM Punk to come back. You know, a lot of people are predicting he's coming back at Royal Rumble. And I want it to happen, but like this... He's like, I want Punk back so bad. Because AJ Lee could come back with him, and she could be in the Women's Rumble, because she was a huge part of the Women's Revolution. But then it's like, I think we all know Punk's not coming back, and it sucks so goddamn bad that he's not going to be coming back for that. But, like, everyone wants it, and everyone doesn't at the same time. And I want it to happen. I love CM Punk. He's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. The pipe bomb is still amazing in my eyes, and that was one of the top 10 goddamn moments on Raw, was his pipe bomb. I was like, Yeah, probably. It's most likely gonna be that at some point, not Vince, Triple H and him will probably bury the hatchet, and he'll come back and go on a fucking tear again. Probably become a Heyman guy again, and I think that'd be fantastic. But like, just the pipe bomb was one of the top 100 moments in the top 10, not even just top 100, top 10 of Raw ever, which is obvious. Come on, like, of course the pipe bomb was gonna be in there. It was voted by fans. Like, what'd you guys expect? The pipe bomb not to be in there? But it was insane to see that. I was like, man, I miss CM. It made me miss CM Punk, and that kind of thing gets me thinking that maybe they're trying to bury the hatchet with him. You know, having that be an option, because I feel like if they were really trying to, you know, fuck Punk over, that wouldn't have even been an option. They would have just had everything else be an option, and the pipe bomb would have never been an option. But I think CM Punk coming back would be the best. I love CM Punk. I love Cult's personality. Hell, he could come back to his original theme song, which I also loved. His theme songs were all fantastic in my opinion. But he could come back to his original theme song, and I'd still lose my shit as soon as he came back. As soon as I saw that fucking beautiful bearded face with that fucking probably long hair, to be honest. He'd probably, I'd hope for him to have his longer hair. Come down to the ring, I would lose my shit. He doesn't have to win it. He just has to get into the Rumble, and I think that'd be awesome. Shit, I'm trying to continue talking now about this. Like, it gets difficult talking about a lot of wrestling shit. My biggest pick, and what I think they're gonna do, is Shinsuke, which is the biggest, the highest odds right now is Shinsuke winning, which makes sense. Shinsuke versus AJ at WrestleMania, mwah, writes itself. It's beautiful. But I don't know if they're gonna fully pull the trigger on doing that or not. Obviously, I would love it. It's my running prediction right now for the Rumble is that Shinsuke versus AJ is main eventing after Shinsuke wins the Rumble. Again, if Daniel does come back and he does end up winning it, I feel like AJ, it's gonna be setting up a massive feud with him and AJ, because it should. They'd have a fantastic feud. You know, it makes sense for them to feud, because of how it's been going the past few months. I kind of want to see Shane versus Daniel at WrestleMania if Daniel does come back, because I think that'd be kind of a cool match. God damn it, I broke more. I might as well just make like fucking 20 of these really quick, just in case. But you know, just the fact that Daniel Bryan could ever come back would be fantastic. Obviously, losing Paige, who's a fantastic in-ring performer in my opinion, sucks. You know, she just got injured very recently, and you know, she just came back very recently too. So I think that really sucks. But if her and Daniel Bryan could both somehow make comebacks, that'd be awesome. But continuing on, surprise returns, because I'm going to be talking a lot about wrestling today. Surprise returns. There's a lot of people popping up for Raw 25, so I really don't think that any of them could be too big of a stretch to be a surprise entrant for Royal Rumble. You know, I think The Rock's probably going to end up being it. Batista will probably be in it, because he's supposed to be there. New Age Outlaws, Dudley Boy's probably. MVP, because he's going to be at Raw 25, which is the fucking most shocking thing in the world. MVP at Raw in WWE right now, like what? So I think that'd be awesome. Beth Phoenix is currently working with the company with the mixed match challenge, so I think she could be a big surprise entrant. For the women's, Trish Stratus, Lita. Goddamn, I get talking about wrestling, man. I get really pumped. Jacqueline, Ivory probably could pop up. Into the men's, more people for the men's. Shit, Dolph Ziggler again. I already kind of specified that one. Anyone from the Bullet Club. I actually talked about this in a video like 2 weeks ago. About people that I thought would pop up in the Rumbles as surprise entrants / returns, and talked about anyone from the Bullet Club making a pop up. Although, excuse me, it has been found out what FTRR means. It means fuck the Royal Rumble. But still, just Cody, fucking Kenny, Young Bucks, anyone popping up from there would be awesome. Stephen Amell, because he works very well with the Bullet Club, would be fantastic if he popped up in the Rumble. I love Stephen Amell. I love Arrow. It's a fantastic show. So I think it'd be awesome if he just popped up randomly for no real reason at the Rumble. Neville would be a fantastic one. I miss Neville. He's a fantastic wrestler. I really hope he doesn't leave the WWE. Let's see who else. Rich Swann. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you know, there's a huge amount of people that I think could pop up for this. Obviously, most of NXT women are probably going to be there. I hate saying that because it makes me wonder why they chose to do the 30-woman Royal Rumble. Like, I get you want to have it be as close to the men's as possible, but like, you've only got like 16 women from over both shows. Brie Bella will probably be a massive pop-up. Nikki Bella as well. Maurice won't. I can guarantee that one. She's still pregnant from what I know of. Although that would be like a random, the most hilarious thing. Maurice just comes out and fucking wins the Rumble. Just completely pregnant. No, that'd be so weird. But yeah, there's a lot of jokes about James Ellsworth coming in and winning the Women's Royal Rumble. I'm like, look, WWE, you fucked up with the first ever Women's Money in the Bank match. You had James Ellsworth grab the briefcase down instead of actually having a woman like Becky Lynch or Naomi. Wait, I think Naomi was champion back then. I think Charlotte was actually in that match. You know, or somebody else, you know, grabbing that down and winning it. But no, what do? You have James Ellsworth grab it and toss it to fucking Carmella. Like, why? Of all the things you could do, why that? And it just, I don't know. It still grinds my gears that they chose to do that. So if they do something like that for the Rumble, I'm going to be pissed. Going forward after the Rumble, I think we could see a lot of women's things. You know, in the past year alone, we've seen a women's Hell in a Cell match, women main eventing Raw, women having a match over in the Middle East in Dubai. You know, a women's Royal Rumble that's coming up, a women's Money in the Bank match, all this stuff. I feel like a women's Elimination Chamber is the next step. It's gonna go. Obviously, people have probably created that already in video games and shit, but like having it in an actual match, I think would be just fantastic. Other than that, I don't really know what else they're gonna go for. You know, we've had a women's Iron Man match. We've had multiple things that a lot of people didn't think women's wrestling would get to ever. So I think having a lot of cool things coming forward in the future with women's matches would be awesome. Let's see, what else? Speaking of Royal Rumble, currently working on my WWE 2K18 career mode episode of Royal Rumble, for the Royal Rumble, and it is the hardest match. And I mean the hardest fucking match I've gone through in this career mode. The thing is, there's ways you can cheat the system and just get quick little fucking cheap eliminations, which is what I've been doing the entire fucking time. But it's like you have to go from 1 to 30, and it's such a pain in the ass. Like, you'll get in, somebody else will come in, and they'll start attacking you while you're trying to get another person out, and it is a pain. I hate it. But it's so much fun, too. Like, I'm concerned that I may not be able to put the episode up on Sunday, or I may have to do, like, a 2-part episode or a double upload or some shit like that, because I'm having so much trouble beating the Rumble right now. Oh, excuse me. But I feel like it'd be a really cool thing if, you know, if I can finally beat that, so I can actually put my episode up on Sunday. Let's see, what else? What do I most likely think is going to go into or into WrestleMania and stuff, going into WrestleMania season? Let's see, what do I want to... there's something just popping into my head to talk about with wrestling-wise. This is tough. First off, I want to see AJ as champion. I still want to see AJ as champion, obviously, because AJ is a phenomenal champion. I want to see a nice setup match between Dolph and Bobby Roode for the unification of the United States titles, a new U.S. title. I want to see a fantastic send-off match for The Undertaker. I feel like they've dropped the ball a lot in the past with The Undertaker's matches, and I feel like this would be a fantastic idea, way to have him have a nice match. You know, give him a nice final match Tag team wise, I still want to see the Usos as the champions, with the Shield as the champions, not Seth, Jason Jordan. I want to see the actual Shield, which sadly we won't see for a while because Ambrose is gonna be injured for a pretty good amount of time. I want to see Rusev. I don't know what I want to see Rusev doing. I want to see Rusev having something big at WrestleMania though. I love Rusev. He's awesome. Let's see, who else? Who else can I talk about? Daniel Bryan. I don't know, to be honest. It's hard to talk about Daniel Bryan and what I want to see him doing at WrestleMania. I don't want to see Shane having another WrestleMania match. He's had enough of those in the past 2 years. He's had enough wrestling matches in the past 2 years. Come on, let's be honest. Kurt Angle having his final match. That was another one pitched for Kurt vs. Undertaker on Cultaholic, which I thought was a pretty fantastic idea. Let's see. What else? Oh, this Moat's taking fucking forever because I have no auger right now. I'm gonna take a small break from this. Probably go around and upgrade most of these to the concrete level. I'm getting tired. Hey, I'm fucking hungry. Oh, which is never a good combination for me because it means I'm gonna wake up in like the middle of the night if I don't eat before I go to bed. Wake up in the middle of the night hungry as fuck. There we go, 560. Let's see. Lesnar probably still is Universal Champion. Although they'll probably have him face Braun for the 7,000th time at WrestleMania anyway. Who would I like to see Brock facing at WrestleMania? To be honest, if I have the choice, if I had the choice of who I want to see him face at WrestleMania, I would probably want him to face like Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Bray Wyatt, somebody along those lines. Pretty good idea. Let's see. Women's wise, probably Asuka to be champ, or going into the match against Alexa Bliss. Probably Charlotte still champ on Raw or on SmackDown, with maybe like, I don't know, a Fatal 4-Way or some shit as the match for her title. Cruiserweight wise, Neville versus like Cedric Alexander or something would be kind of cool. Maybe a ladder match, an over-the-top battle royal. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I don't know. I'd like to see it actually go somewhere. First off, you know, Mojo Rawley won that, and we saw what WWE with him. Let's see. Continuing on. I know, probably somebody who needs it. Like if Dolph isn't champion or something, if he isn't going for a United States Championship thing, probably have him win it or something along those lines. Have somebody who actually would have a good reason for having that win. You know, not somebody like Baron Corbin or Mojo Rawley. Somebody who could actually get something with that win or some shit like that. Other than that, Braun probably did not be utilized at all at WrestleMania. That's something I would love. And a lot of people ask me, why do I hate Braun? He's a boring dude. Like, I don't disrespect people who like Braun. If you like Braun, you like Braun. I'm not gonna fucking deny you on that one. You can like him all you goddamn please. I don't really care. I just happen to fucking think he's boring as shit and does the same fucking 2 moves every goddamn match. And I just don't like that. Alright, but yeah, I think this is basically all I wanted to do on this. Issue is I don't have an auger and I don't really want to be sitting here digging this shit up with a pickaxe. I mean, it's a better pickaxe than what I had the first time I was doing this, but it still takes a good amount of time. What do I want to do? Let's see. Let's go break some shit that shouldn't be here. Fuck you. Let's go around and break some shit with this. Ooh, I could start continuing to fucking destroy this. That would be very nice. I'm gonna destroy a funeral home. Get myself some more stone. This thing that sucked about this game, like without the super automated, nice fucking tools and shit, it takes forever to break shit. And I hate it so much. I mean, like, I got an auger, I got a chainsaw, that's nice. I got a chainsaw like the first day. Auger took me a bit longer, but it's nice. Huh. But I'm getting tired and I'm really hungry, so I'm probably gonna end this stream, go get some food. I probably won't go to bed. Oh my fucking god. It took me so long to find this book. And it is in this trash can the entire time. I hate my life. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get some food. And I don't know, probably watch some YouTube. Probably watch more people play 7 Days to Die. Let's close my drawbridge. Ah, it's beautiful. Alright, so thanks for joining the stream, everyone. I will see you all next time.